After spending most of 2025 in the land of smiles, my health took a major dive. This begs the question, is Thailand a good country to live if you're trying to be healthy? Like most things in life, the answer is not straightforward. Trying to navigate the health traps that most Westerners fall into can be stressful and time-consuming work. Fortunately for you, I've compiled a list of the 12 most important considerations for looking and feeling great, as well as bonus tips and insights throughout this video so that there's no guesswork when you finally get here. Let's jump in. Now, gyms in Thailand range from luxury fitness clubs that look like they belong in Dubai to open-air shacks with rusty dumbbells and stray dogs blocking the leg press machine. Here's how you can choose the right gym for you personally. If you're in a big city like Bangkok or Chiang Mai or Pattaya, look for a chain gym like Jets or Fitness First. If you're looking for aircon, comfy equipment and showers and stuff like that, but do expect to pay a little bit more. Membership prices typically range anywhere from kind of 40 to 60 US dollars a month at these chains, so definitely not the cheapest option, but you will get a little bit more comfort for your money. If you're in an island or a small town, training at a Muay Thai gym that also allows weight training is a fantastic option. Equipment is basic but functional, and the best part is you're probably going to meet some local lads as well, because most people that come to these smaller, more remote regions are typically there to stay longer and to live a healthy lifestyle. If you know you're staying long term in a certain place, you can save 10 to 20% by paying cash up front on a, say, quarterly basis. Thai people are some of the loveliest people in the world, but there are some dodgy dealers out there, so make sure that you cover your own ass and grab a receipt or some kind of evidence that you have paid up front. Even if you're not a fighter, get into Muay Thai. Muay Thai training is one of the most intense and best ways to build conditioning. A single 90-minute session will easily burn over 1,000 calories, especially if you do it in a hot part of the day. You're not only going to improve your resilience and conditioning physically, but you're also going to improve your mental health and your level of confidence. And it's going to put you in a better position where if something does go wrong, you can defend yourself. And better yet, you're going to feel a lot more calm and safe knowing that if something happens, you can defend yourself. The other great thing about Muay Thai is it can be a very social activity, especially if you're doing group classes. It's a great way to meet locals, it's a great way to meet other expats, and you're meeting people in a healthy environment as well. Building a friend group or a bit of a community around a healthy activity like Muay Thai is a much better option than building one around drinks and cigarettes. It's very easy to meet people over a beer. Meeting people with similar interests like staying fit is going to be much harder. So Muay Thai is a great option for that. Expect to pay anywhere from $8 to $15 for a group class, up to around 20 to 30 per session for a one-on-one class. If you're willing to pay monthly, costs can drop to as low as $6 to $7 for group classes. You don't need to be fit or know how to fight at all to start a beginner class. In fact, 95% of people who go to Thailand have no idea how to fight, and they also are not fit at all. So you're not going to be alone, don't panic. You're just looking to progress slowly and gradually build up your cardio and your conditioning. So if you're a fat bloke who hasn't got off the couch in years, don't be bummed out. Join a local class. You're going to feel better about yourself, slowly but surely, and you're going to meet some great dudes who are going to help you on your fitness journey and help you become more healthy. One of my biggest tips is just to walk everywhere, especially if you're going somewhere local. These steps do add up, and that's what's going to help you burn off your visceral fat, especially if you're staying within zone 2. Even just doing your daily errands, you're going to easily rack up 8 to 10,000 steps a day. You may only need to go to the gym a couple of times a week to supplement it. Long runs in Muay Thai classes, these are actually fantastic for your cardiovascular health, but they're not going to help you lose weight. If you want to lose weight, walk. Simple as that. Lastly, I do recommend trying to schedule a hike once or twice a week. Thailand is full of stunning trails and waterfalls. It's free cardio, it's free mental health therapy. Get out in nature, you're going to feel way better, and you're also going to drop the kilos. Eating clean. What does that even mean? From a macro perspective, it means prioritizing protein, then healthy fats, and lastly, carbohydrates. More as a treat than anything else. This is the diet that I've been following for the better part of a decade, and I've actually gotten healthier as I've gotten older. For reference, here's a picture of me today at age 31. Knowing what you should be eating and actually eating it are two totally different things. This is going to be probably the hardest challenge you face in Thailand, and it was certainly the hardest challenge I had, is finding restaurants and finding street food which is not cooked in seed oils. If you're thinking about your health, I'm sure you've heard this before, seed oils are atrocious.
Canola is, a plant. Essentially you put it in a commercial press and it will come out gummy. And so to degum it, you use something called hexane. And hexane, if you go to National Institute of Health or National Library of Medicine, you'll see that that is a known neurotoxin.
Unfortunately, in Thailand, all the local food is quite cheap. You can almost be sure that all of it is cooked in highly processed seed oils. If you're in a more built-up area like Bangkok, find a high-quality butcher that offers grass-fed meats. If you're in a local island like, say, Koh Lanta, go to Lanta Mart or a bigger supermarket and buy your meat fresh. This way you can cook your meat at home, ensuring that you're cooking it without seed oils. My recommendation is actually to use beef tallow. And then that way you're not going to be having these seed oils, which are actually working against you when you're trying to lose weight. If you've been to Thailand, you know that Thai people love sweet food and they put sugar in absolutely everything in Thailand. Being really on top of your sugar consumption is crucial if you're trying to watch your health. Avoid the sugary treats, avoid 7-Eleven like the plague. Everything in there is just crap. Don't eat it. It's all highly processed. Anything that's kind of deep fried in mystery oil, it looks delicious, it tastes delicious, but unfortunately it's really going to work against you if you're trying to be healthy. So keep those banana pancakes to a minimum. And as I said, focus on eating a high quality protein-based diet. Go for keto or low carb options. If you are at a local restaurant, you can just ask for mai se khao, which means no rice. Make sure that you ask for double the meat. Thai people, as you've noticed, are pretty small. They don't eat a lot of protein. So asking for double the portion of meat, pretty much every order you make, will help you reach those protein goals. Most vendors are perfectly happy to do this. They might be a little bit surprised, but protein portion of the meal will of course be the most expensive part. So you are going to be spending a little bit more money asking for double portions of meat, but it's worth it. Hydrate like it's your job. Thailand's heat will dehydrate you before you even realize it. Dehydration equals fatigue, and that equals brain fog, which means you're not going to be performing well with your workouts. So my recommendation is drink at least 4 liters a day, and that sounds like a lot of water, but when you're in Thailand's extreme tropical heat, you will be sweating it out faster than it's getting in. So 4 to 5 liters a day, make sure you stay on top of it. You can add electrolytes to your water. You can either sprinkle a little bit of Himalayan sea salt, or you can just buy electrolytes from 7-Eleven. Lastly, just don't drink sugary iced coffees and milky teas. We've covered that in the previous step, but just avoid sugar. Like, don't drink sugar. It's going to dehydrate you more and it's going to make you fat. Tip number 6, sleep like a king. Quality sleep is the most underrated hack for fat loss and muscle building and general recovery. So make sure that you choose accommodation with quiet surroundings. Roosters cawing at 4 o'clock in the morning is a real thing, trust me. It's something which has destroyed my sleep in more than one location in Thailand. This is especially the case in southern Thailand, where of course the population is predominantly Muslim. This means that you're going to have call to prayer at a very early time in the day as well, which can affect your sleep too. So be wary of this. Make sure that you have blackout curtains, or get a cheap eye mask from Temu or from Shopee. Also try to keep your AC at around 22 to 24 degrees so that it's cool enough for you to be able to fall asleep. Because, of course, for you to fall asleep, your body temperature needs to drop several degrees, but it's not going to be too cold that you're going to be getting sick. Also double check there's no mold inside or around the air conditioner.
Mold toxicity affects sleep because it causes inflammation and stress in the body, and then different systems break down under all this stress.
Poor sleep raises your cortisol, which is the stress hormone, and it's also lowering your testosterone, both of which are going to make it harder for you to stay lean and harder for you to stay motivated with your mission. Tip number 7, manage alcohol like an adult. Yes, Thailand is fun, beers are cheap, girls are
son of a bitch.
But being drunk 5 nights a week is going to make you age faster than a Bangkok tuk-tuk ride. If I was going to drink, I'd pick 1 night per week to have 1 or 2 drinks and choose a spirit-based drink with soda or non-sugary beverage. Again, you're trying to reduce the amount of sugar you're consuming and just drink clean alcohol. This keeps the calories low and also makes it easier for your body to metabolize. My other recommendation is just stay very hydrated. 4 liters is enough on a normal day, but if you're drinking alcohol, I actually recommend consuming between 5 and 6 liters. Again, this is because alcohol dehydrates you. So that 4 liters that you're previously drinking is actually not going to be enough if you're drinking booze as well. Tip number 8, leverage Thailand's world-class healthcare system. This is where Thailand, in my opinion, beats any Western country hands down. You go to a GP and you get blood work and you get a prescription and it's still only $50. And this is being treated like an absolute king. They give you free water, you can be offered free coffee in the waiting room, and they just treat you so well. They're very friendly and they have a very high tier of English. A full medical checkup may cost as low as $150 with a kind of ceiling of around $300 US. Dental can be as low as $30. If you're like me and you hate the fucking dentist, then Thailand is a fantastic option because at least you're not paying an extortionate amount of money to be traumatized. So what I do is do quarterly blood work where I check my testosterone, cholesterol, vitamin D, liver function, and these sorts of things to get yourself a benchmark of where you're at. And by doing this on a quarterly basis, you can track your progress and you can make sure you're moving in the right direction. Without the data, it's quite hard to know whether you're actually healthy and whether you're actually improving your health while you're living in Thailand. Be supplement smart. Supplements can be a bit expensive in Thailand, sometimes actually double the price that you might be paying back home. So I actually recommend, if possible, to bring some whey protein with you, bring some creatine, omega-3s and things like that. Anything that's not too heavy that you can take with you to Thailand so you don't have to buy it there is advisable. This is especially the case if you are traveling to southern Thailand or islands like Koh Samui, because being further away from infrastructure, of course, is going to increase the price. For example, when I was living in Koh Lanta, a kilo of protein powder was typically around $45 or $50 US, around double the price that you might be paying in the US or Australia. This doesn't apply for everything. Things that you can buy locally, things like multivitamins, vitamin C, electrolytes, as I mentioned before, these are all things that are relatively affordable. Shopee is also a great option if you're looking to stack up on your supplements because you can buy in bulk. Now, I touched on this previously, but building a social circle that supports your health is going to be a lot more beneficial than building one that destroys your health.
No shit, Sherlock.
Now, what do I mean by this? If you're hanging around blokes that are drinking every night, smoking durries, and getting fried food at 2 a.m., you're going to mirror that behavior. And as a result, you're going to feel like shit and you're going to look like shit. Find a group of locals or expats who enjoy training, hiking, Muay Thai, weekend activities based around healthy stuff. It's not rocket science, but you are the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So make sure that those 5 people are healthy and you've done most of the work already, especially if you're sleeping well, eating well, and going to the gym, because your testosterone levels are going to be higher. So Chiang Mai, Hua Hin, or even local islands like Koh Lanta do have Facebook groups you can utilize to meet people. And what we found was people were really, really friendly and willing to meet and do activities. So it's actually really easy to set these things up. You just have to not be shy and be willing to get outside of your comfort zone. Tip number 11, mental health is health too. Bear with me, I'm not saying you need to go to therapy, but moving abroad can be kind of stressful and you might feel isolated, you might feel a bit lonely, a little bit anxious, and a little bit depressed even. Something you weren't expecting before you moved to Thailand. Dealing with this early is key. Now, if you follow the advice in this video, you're going to be feeling much better anyway because your physical health is going to be on point and you're going to have that community of people who are also healthy and who are pushing you to be healthy too. But you still may have down days. Some things that help me when I'm not feeling so good is to do some breath work or some meditation. I'll chuck a video for a guided meditation I've used in the past in the description. Checking in weekly with your family or friends is a really good way to stay feeling connected with your past life and your family while growing your community in the local place that you're living. Tip number 12, consistency is more important than perfection. Don't stress if you have a couple of nights on the beers with the lads and you smoke a couple of durries and you eat your plate of meat with rice. Don't freak out, it happens. And actually it's kind of healthy to be able to have a cheat day once in a while. Living like a monk is not the reason you came to Thailand in the first place. So just getting it right 80 to 85% of the time is going to be enough to see real meaningful results. The goal here is to build long-lasting, sustainable habits, just like you would be doing back home. Living healthy in Thailand can be a bit of a minefield. That doesn't mean that you can't do it. You just need the right game plan and the right strategy, which hopefully I've given you some insights on in this video. If you got some value from this, smash that like button, subscribe, and drop your own Thailand health tips in the comments. See you in the next video.